So back again today. Yesterday on this CVHF, did some work, replaced the oil filter here. You got to run it for 5-10 minutes, let the oil heat up, and then you switch this from run to drain, and then you let it sit off for a good 5 minutes or so. Switch it over to change filter. Then you can pull out the filter. Now when you do that though, it will want to suck in a little bit of air, so you want to cover your hand over it and put on the new filter. Then switch it back over to run. We also yesterday replaced the purge filter here, and we set the purge to on, and let her run, make sure we get all the atmosphere out of this thing. And I'm gonna check see how that's doing right now. I'm pretty sure we're in good shape. So here's your main screen right here. The purge is in adaptive mode. And look at that, 53 degrees on the suction temp. That's what you're looking for. When they get down to, I believe it is 18 degrees or something like that, it will go into a pump out. But we are looking pretty blasted good right now on that. Yep. And then still got this RTHD to work on, which I kind of showed the Y Delta starter. Didn't get to brushing the tubes yesterday. This kind of sucks over here. When we were draining this thing, you can see all this new fittings right there. So we went to go close the ball valve, and this whole piece right here just broke right off. So had to use an extractor, and then I tapped the threads and whatnot. And unfortunately, these things are all 1/2 inch. So I said, screw it, put a bell reducer on, and went to 3/4 so we can hook a hose up to it. But yeah, still got lots more work to do at this place. There's at least 6 chillers to do the annuals on, and annuals are not quick. They do take some time, especially to do things the right way. Oh yeah, yesterday we had to replace this temp sensor right here. It's on a well, because it was showing that the suction temp was 55 degrees, when in actuality it was more like -6 degrees, and everything was all freezing up. But that was easy. Just kind of monitoring stuff before I get going right here. See how the compressor's doing. Oil differential seems to still be a bit high. You want it about 22. So it might mean we still have a little bit of atmosphere or something in there still, but overall things looking pretty good. The IGV, I mean, you could see it's 17%. And you can see these steps. Like yesterday, it was showing that full open. This was 50,000 steps. But so far so good. Everything seems to be doing pretty good. Yeah, right now our condenser, we're running -3, which this is a low pressure machine, so that's nothing to be concerned at. And it's beginning of the morning. It's 50-something degrees outside. There's hardly any load on this thing. She was doing a tiny bit of surging yesterday, but it was real insignificant, didn't last very long, so I don't think it's much to worry about. This has been switched out, so this is no longer the hydraulic one. It's just an electric one now. That's for the IGVs. This one does have a It does have a frequency drive. Check my approach on my evap, which is probably, yeah, it's not bad. I mean, could be a little better, but then again, it's not much to worry about at this point. Still early in the morning, no load on this thing. I mean, you can see the motor is, she's barely running 47 hertz. Overall, I'd say things are doing pretty good. I'll bring you back when there's more. We're headed to another CV that's over here, but thought I'd give a little quick tour. Got an old Ray Pack and a Well McLean 88. We got two towers on this side. Another one right here, and then here's where the other CV is. She's an oldie. Look at that regen tank. Looks like a propane tank, but you know. And yesterday we replaced the purge filter dryer. See if I can find the light switch here. There we go. So yeah. Replaced the purge filter dryer yesterday, and this is an old one, and she does not have the regen tank on it. Oh, sorry, well, it does, but not like the newer ones do, which is back there. I apologize. Did the same thing as the other one. Replaced the oil filter. This is an older one too. She's had some leaks. This one has the UCP2. But other than that, it's just work as usual. This one's got, instead of a frequency drive, we got the Y deltas. And instead of me talking, it's time to get to work. I'm trying to, but you know me, I'm a dummy.
Yeah, get your video because you're setting up the next one.
Yeah, that's why I want to record this. Well, actually,
the next one will be easy because you can use a pump.
So what are we doing here?
So we're leaving out of our pump, okay? Yeah. And we're going into the high side of our
condenser,
okay? We're having gravity help us.
Mm-hmm.
Low point of our evaporator, taking that cold water out of our evaporator and heating it up immediately, dumping it into our condenser. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
We're then running one pass through our condenser because we do not have the way our ports are set up. We're only going one pass through our condenser. They're coming out on the end bell of our condenser, going into our evaporator. We are doing a one pass through our evaporator. Back to over here, taking the cold water out of the evap, putting it back in our pump.
And the point of this is just to raise the pressure because it is a negative pressure machine, so that way we can meg the motor and perform a leak check. Because because you cannot meg a negative pressure machine.
Correct.
Unless you want to blow it up.
Correct. We are also using this hose right here attached to our evaporator to monitor the pressure of our chiller. When this hits 1 psi with designated set point that I have chosen to monitor, once we hit 1 psi, it will disengage our heater but keep our pump running to continue cycling water.
And that is literally just a pressure switch.
Correct. We are currently reading 7 inches of mercury right now, so it's about -3 psi.
In essence, the whole point is just to meg the motor and do a leak search.
Correct.
Still pretty cool. I've never seen anything like this, so this is cool.
Where our control circuit is single phase 120.
And that's literally for just the pump.
The pump, the controls, that's it.
And the heater down there that's our 480
That's
circuit.
the only thing running off the 480. You can open this up and you can literally see it just comes in, here's the contactor, it comes right down there.
There you go.
40 amp contactor.
6 inches of vacuum.
Nice, we've already gone up.
Yep, selected pressure to maintain 1 psi positive.
Technically, if you're only megging the motor, the 0 psi works. On larger machines, that is a significant time frame change.
And you can see we grabbed 480 off of the disconnect there with a ground. Since it's resistance, we're all right.
Jason, again, we're pulling from the cold side, okay, of the system, right? We're pulling from the evaporator and immediately heating that up. We're dumping that into our condenser and we're pulling our lukewarm condenser water into our evaporator, slowly heat that up. So we're heating up evenly rather than doing it vice versa. You're shocking the system, throwing your heat into the evaporator. That takes much longer.
Manually opening the IGVs.